Before I start this, I just want to say that bullying is not okay. This video is not to excuse the people who aren't able to give constructive criticism. And I've seen the Coachella performance. It wasn't that bad, but it definitely wasn't too good either. It was very clear that LE SSERAFIM were trying their best, but that is where the issue lies, that performance was them trying their best. So it definitely makes me look at their company sideways, not just them. LE SSERAFIM has indeed been getting a lot of hate, and they have most definitely been getting bullied, so them finally getting fed up about it is understandable. But let's also acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of criticism that has been constructive as well. And the statement Sakura has put out, due to the amount of backlash they're getting because of their Coachella performance, is not helping the situation. Her statement reads, "I learned a lot from the preparation of Coachella to the day of the performance. What does it mean to be on stage? Is it about showing the perfect side? Is it about entertaining the audience? Or is it about performing a stage without being allowed to make a single mistake? Different people have different standards. It depends on what kind of performance it is." And it sounds like from the statement she's trying to say that she thought about all of these different questions and decided to just have fun, which is fine. But I really feel like she's missing the bigger picture of why their Coachella performance is getting this amount of criticism in the first place. The statement would actually stand if this was their only performance where their vocals were a bit poor, but it's not. Implying that they're not allowed to make one single mistake during the performance is a little bit insane. A lot of people aren't expecting them to make 0 mistakes, and many were actually applauding the girls for trying to sing live, but were still acknowledging that it could have been better. Her ending her statement with "different people have different standards, it depends on what kind of performance it is true, but I feel like everyone wants to enjoy a good performance. The only thing I've seen people discuss that in their opinion wasn't good were the vocals, not the energy, not the stage presence, and not the dancing. Singing is a vital part of performing, and the people who are constantly trying to give the excuse that they're dancing while singing, it's not easy. First off, no one said it was easy. Secondly, that's their job. And thirdly, if you're going with that excuse, then can you please explain their encore stages? And going back to people have different standards for performances, please tell me, who wants to go see their favorite artist struggle to sing their own songs? No one. And again, like I've said before on this channel, not all the criticism needs to be pointed only towards the girls, because it is the company's responsibility to provide the artists with the resources they need to improve and to provide songs that focus on their strengths. But I really feel like being able to sing, dance, rap, and perform your own songs is the basics of their job. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect all the time, but you need to be able to do it well, especially since you train, rehearse, and practice specifically to be able to do that. That's like a professional basketball player not being able to do the basics, which is shooting, dribbling, and knowing the rules of the game. Without that, how are you a professional basketball player? You see how that makes no sense? And it would be different if it was just a few members, but all of the members have been struggling, and also it would be completely different if LE SSERAFIM only struggled with these things every once in a while. I would have a completely different stand on this situation, but this has been going on for a while. And in the same way I've said on this channel that lip syncing is okay in my opinion as long as you don't do it all the time, it's the same way I'm saying messing up every once in a while in a performance is not that big of a deal unless it's becoming a reoccurring problem. And it doesn't help that for some reason HYBE decided to put them on a giant stage to showcase their issues in front of everyone. And I sincerely do not know what is going on with HYBE. If you know your artists not only have been getting hate for their live vocals but have been struggling with them, why aren't you doing something? And why would you put them in a situation to get more hate? But this statement, whether it was meant to be like that or not, comes off as not being able to take accountability. And I'm not just talking about Sakura. I'm talking about their company too. It's hard to blame the idols in this situation because HYBE are the ones who should be providing vocal coaches and vocal training. HYBE needs to wake up and give their idols classes and handle the hate their artists are receiving, because a good chunk of it is their fault. And also, seeing an artist be able to sit and acknowledge that, yeah, we could improve in that area is huge. It shows maturity and understanding. And it's funny how when TXT received backlash for their poor vocals in their encore recently, consistently, which them having poor vocals in an encore is pretty rare. Yeonjun took the criticism and said they'd work harder to try their best to not have this happen again. And to everyone saying if you don't like it, then don't listen to them, or if you don't like them, don't watch their performances, aren't even realizing there are a lot of fans who are disappointed as well and want to see them do better. Everyone wants to act like the criticism is only coming from haters, but it's coming from inside the fandom as well. And maybe Hybe and LE SSERAFIM should start listening to them. The amount of issues these girls have been in this year that has garnered them hate, some of it again was unwarranted, but some of these situations have led to a lot of fans straight up being disappointed. And yes, LE SSERAFIM have a hate train going on, and they are definitely this year's girl group hate target, which really sucks, and that's not fair at all. But I will say, whenever it comes to the complaints about the vocals, I am honestly starting to understand where it's coming from. And I'm not saying that people need to bully them because of this. Bullying somebody because their company isn't providing the training that they need doesn't change anything and just brings in unnecessary negativity. Because I've seen two sides of the situation, and I've seen people be too far over on one side and too far over on the other. Saying that the girls suck and they're not talented and this and that is way too far. But also not acknowledging the fact that the girls need to do better and acting like they are perfect performers and they don't need to change anything is also not helping anything at all. And to both sides, I want to say that you can give criticism without it being mean and without you hurting the artist. Constructive criticism is needed, especially if you want your artist to improve. But that is all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please remember to be respectful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bye bye!